Welcome to the Wheelie Good TV crib. Now, as well as delivering my Christmas message, I'm also signing off for 2022. I'm not going to thank you individually because I'll be here until this time next Christmas. But I just wanted to say a huge, heartfelt and massive thank you from me, because the inspiration you give me, not just with your messages, but with all of the likes, well, certainly with the subscription count increasing week by week as well. At the time of recording this message, there's just shy of 7,500 subscribers to the channel, which, if I'm totally honest, is very humbling. It's really become something I had only dreamt of just over 2 years ago. I'm going into my third year next year, 2023, but hopefully we'll hit that 10,000 subscriber mark. I try and bring as diverse a range of videos as I can to the channel each week, and whilst I know a lot of you tune in for the bikes and the roar of the engines, I also know a lot of you tune in for the scenery around Ireland. That's unbelievable! If I can just mention a few of the highlights for me over the year, well, actually, the highlight for me was my Connemara tour. I absolutely loved that. I brought 3 videos to you back in the autumn, and I spent, I think, 4 days. One of the key things within that series was going to the island of Inishbofin. What a night I had on that island. It was absolutely great fun. But just to be riding around that beautiful scenery, I can't describe the feeling. Those of you who ride motorbikes in scenery like that know exactly what I'm talking about. So that was well up there. Another thing I love doing and bringing to the channel was the mountain passes, and I aim to do much more of them in 2023. What I did realise fairly early on is that I need good weather for that because of the elevation. Obviously, when you're riding over mountain passes, it's pointless going down there when it's raining, otherwise you'd see nothing, just a white screen. So there's quite a lot of planning goes into that, but I am aiming to bring you, like I say, more of those in 2023. Now, if I can go a little bit deep, if you don't mind, just for a minute or two, as many of you know, I'm not Irish. In fact, I've only lived here just over 20 years. When I was a child living in Newcastle upon Tyne, and for those of you tuning in from another country, that's in the northeast of England, we lived next door to Irish people. And I'll never forget when I was 7 or 8 years old, those Irish people had to move back to Ireland. And my mum and dad were gutted. And I often attribute this to my affinity with Ireland. And there's always been a thing there within me. My love of Ireland has always sort of shone through. And you know that saying, like attracts like. Well, I met a girl 25 years ago, quarter of a century ago, at a BBC Christmas party. In fact, it was quarter of a century ago last week. And she was Irish, and she took me to her country to meet her people, and I fell in love with the country, as well as her, obviously, and that's the reason I'm here, living in Ireland. We have 4 beautiful children, and I always felt, since I was 7 years old, living next door to those Irish people, that Ireland was calling me. It's strange. Again, it's one of those things I can't really describe, but I've always had a softness for the Irish people, and certainly the scenery in Ireland. So to ride around this country now on a motorbike on 2 wheels and see it like that at its best on 2 wheels with the air hitting my face, it's just, I can't wish to be a motorcyclist anywhere else in the world. Now, about 3 or 4 months ago, I took ownership of a VFR 800, and I know there's a few of you been messaging me asking where it is. Well, it'll be here very soon. The perfectionist that I am, I wanted to make sure that the bike was exactly how I wanted it. So I sent it off for a full makeover and hair and makeup and fingernails too. So that'll be back with me very soon in the new year, and I can't wait to bring you a series of videos on that. In fact, I'll give you a sneaky little look as to how she's looking so far. And the respray is being done as we speak. And after that, it's getting ceramic coated, and then it'll be back to me. So I can't wait to have her in the garage. Actually, on that note, over the last month or so, I've been building a new garage. For many of you who've been following me for a while, you'll know that I live on a farm. So my motorbike stable, if you like, literally was that. Unsuitable, a damp stable. So I've knocked 2 stables into one, and I'm making a big garage at the moment, and very excited about that. Again, there'll be another video coming very soon about that, but I want to have the refit done. Stage 1 is done, the build has happened, and the bikes are in. But stage 2, the refit and everything to happen inside, is yet to happen. That'll be happening shortly. Well, New Year, springtime. So I'll bring you that video as well in due course. And if that's not enough excitement, we've had huge advancements in camera technology this year. So I'm currently using the best setup that I've ever used on two wheels, which is the DJI Action 3, and I'm using the Insta360 X3 for the effects shots where it looks like there's a drone flying along next to you. I'm also using the DJI Wireless mic, which is hidden inside the helmet when I do all the vlogging now, rather than a separate lapel mic. In fact, I'm using the DJI Wireless mic right now. Testing, 1, 2. Now I'll give you a little bit of a teaser, motorbike-wise, in terms of what I'm looking forward to in 2023, or more like what I've got my eye on. And of course it's the new GS. I absolutely love my GS, and I'll spout it from the rooftops that it's the best bike I've ever ridden. However, I would be very interested in maybe updating that. I can't see any point in moving up to the 1250, but if and when BMW release the 1300 and the 1400, I'd be very interested in having a little look at them. So before I sign off for 2022, I'd just like to thank each and every one of you again for your huge support, your inspiration, your messages. In fact, I missed a video 2 weeks ago because I just had no videos left on the shelf, and I was so busy with work and everything, and the weather outside is frightful and the fire inside's delightful. God, I'm so Christmas, it's unbelievable. But so I missed a video for the first time in my 2.5 years of motor vlogging, and the amount of private messages I got just checking that I was all right. So, you know, it's turned personal now for me. I feel it's really strange, you know, when I'm riding along on a motorbike, chatting away to myself. I never feel like that. I always feel as though I'm chatting to you guys. So thanks for being there. You really have made me, you know, realize a dream. I love doing this, and I'm doing it for you as well as for me. So there's nothing left for me to say other than have a really great Christmas and an even better New Year. Ride safe, and also if you're on a motorbike, be careful too. I always love a dad joke. Now what I would love to do is, I was thinking about picking up the guitar and playing a song out or something like that, but last year's video, I don't know, I seemed to do that last year, so I thought, I know, I've got a great idea. Why don't I play out with a chorus of The Ghost from Christmas Past, which was my video last year. If you're new to the channel, go and check this out. We had great crack making this. I will play you the chorus. So once again, folks, have a brilliant Christmas. I hope to see you in the new year.
Four-stroke, track or marine. I'm gonna take on those twisties and scrape my knee clean. Have a wheelie good Christmas time. Thanks so much to my supporters and subscribers. This is dedicated to you. It's only a new journey, but you're making a dream come true. Have a wheelie good Christmas, folks. Ride safe. Over and out.